we are live. Literally, just as you said that last bit, it was live the moment you said that. Oh dear. So hello everybody. It has been quite a while. It is great to be back though. And we have the next episode of our campaign. Oh, subscription. Right. Hey, Sunflower. We're seeing Sunflower, seeing Sabaton, we're seeing Slytherin Weasley. Which one's the...
Hey, Slytherin.
The one who comes in as a pterodactyl every time with that.
Yeah! Yeah! Yes, that's it.
We notice you. We notice you all.
We see you. We see you.
He's one of my mods.
Oh dear.
You know, that tracks.
Did we already break Zach? We haven't even gotten into session yet.
Sorry, we haven't even started. I'm sorry. No, the bit that's just sent me is the bit where we're like, oh yeah, hi Slytherin, and then I was like, I just want to do that thing where you say a random person's name, and it's like, yeah, and I see you there, Dave. Yeah, you, Dave. I see you from over here. Just like deadpan look down the camera, psych someone out.
If you want to do that, his name happens to be Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie,
and he is Pan.
Oh, perfect. Well, you know, drop in the links.
Gregory,
My God.
I
need Gregory. Here's Roxy's OnlyFans.
I've missed you guys.
Oh dear. So, yeah, I've missed this too. I just love it. So, we're just gonna hop right back in. And we're gonna start off with my computer apparently protesting.
And you becoming whiter than you've ever become.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Oh, it's doing something.
The friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you've
Just
seen.
you know.
Okay, it stopped doing the thing now. So.
Oh, hey! And you are no longer as white as the wall behind you.
Yeah, I am no longer quite so lily white. So, yeah. Actually, hold on, let me just turn that down a smidgen. We are inside Winimere's Falls. Lovely tavern. We have had a night of revelry, a night of fun and enjoyment, a real opportunity to let your hair down after what has been a very stressful, month and a half at this point?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And we've had some tender moments, and we have new faces. First thing early in the morning, Saralise, how do you think... Fuck off, Lewis. I can see it in the corner of my eye.
You're one of the few people who get it too.
Yeah.
I definitely don't, so.
Yep. So, how did Saralise's night end? Because you were very much in the middle of the revelry. What do you reckon? Was Saralise up to the break of daylight? Where she goes down for rest? Where's she gone? What's she doing? Paint me a scene. Paint me a picture.
So she definitely did, do the revelry for as long as possible, but, at some point, she kind of slipped away and grabbed Salvar's hand, and they went up to their bedroom for fun times.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Sounds about right.
wake up, and...
Salvar's pitching a tent.
So, Salvar pitches a tent lovely next to you. No, I'm not going to do that. So, can you give me a quick dexterity check?
I mean, it was that kind of night, but... Okay, let's see.
It's dex
I
check
feel
to
like
keep
this
going.
dice.
So,
Dex check or Dex save?
check, not a save.
Okay. I am math 16.
Nice. As you're laid down in bed, nice and comfy, you get the unmistakable sound of at the door, immediately realizing I keep getting it wrong. Rayleigh. I keep saying Riley. Why does my brain default to Riley? Rayleigh has knocked at the door, but as per usual for her, has immediately opened it. And has asserted
But yeah,
dominance
she's
by
deaf.
looking
How
in.
can she?
Yeah, you can't tell her, so she just knocks to let you know she's coming in, and then just lets herself in.
Just want to point out Sarvar is covered to his chin.
Yeah, no, this is the check. Saralai's very quickly pulling the sheets around.
I see.
Yeah, I made you do the check for the quick sort of pull the sheets over as she runs in, immediately jumps up on the bed, and sits down in front of you.
Sarvar is not pitching a tent.
It is slowly deflated.
No, it was not there to begin with in this case.
No.
Okay.
And as she sits on the end of the bed, she is furiously waving a little piece of parchment at you.
Sarlife signs at her. What do you have, little one?
She says, Salvar's on the posters.
Really?
She signs
waits
back.
for her.
Salver's on the posters, and she gently takes what Riley has put in front of her and takes a look at it. What the fuck am I looking at now?
On the poster, there is Dragonborn. It's not been drawn with colour. Kinda looks like Salvar. It looks like Salvar back when he had the full bone armor. All over. Not quite, though. It does look a bit of a rough drawing.
Am I on a wanted poster?
And at the top, it says, the Dragonborn, your enemy.
Propaganda.
Then beneath it, there is a tirade. It is a long tirade. To give you an idea of this thing's like A2 sized. She is holding like this great big ripped up thing that she's pulled off a wall. It is several paragraphs ranting on about a prophesized ending and that there is a Dragonborn which seeks to destroy people, and says that said Dragonborn was the person who destroyed the tomb in the keep. And blames them for the assault that killed a whole bunch of guards down at the central keep. And has told all of them to report any suspicious activity, and that the other part at the very end is a lovely note, is that there is a bounty for said Dragonborn.
Hang on. When you say destroy the keep, what do you mean what Wayne did?
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the bottom there is a bounty.
I have turned undead. Yes, I do. Okay.
To be given a state pension and to become the Viscount of Derbury, which is a small little settlement just outside of the area. I think Vic might have gotten what I referenced with that. And so, yeah, there's a part offering some noble land, a royal pension, and several hundred gold up front.
Well, Sarlai's can and will be keeping her sword on her at all times at this point.
I must clarify as well. I don't know if I said it. It does specifically say under the retrieval instructions that it is a kill or capture order.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's again. She
start
is
writing up a new character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you die, Rob. Don't worry.
Oh, I've just seen Sunflower's joke. Propaganda. Yeah, it's not cockney enough for it.
Yeah, take a proper gander at these nuts.
Yes, I like that. That was good. That was good. Yeah, that was quick. So, as she hands this to you, she asks you. She says, "Can I practice my song with you?"
She signs back. Let me get dressed real quick, and then we can.
She smiles and goes, and then walks out, pulling a silly, like, gross out face as she walks out.
Look, because Rayleigh, I'm sure, has walked in on Sarlais many a time, it would not be the first time. She has probably seen her godmom naked.
Yeah, it probably really, that happens a lot. To be honest, I feel like that's the case with Rayleigh in general. No boundaries. Fully just keeps walking in on people.
Good God, greater restoration on this little git. You can hear. Okay, you can hear now.
So.
But think about that though, because she's Baby Bard.
Yeah, she is Baby Bard.
I would have done this ages ago if I'd done this, but you know.
So, as she dashes out, and you go to get ready, Salvar, you find yourself waking up from all of this nonsense happening beside you. Give me a quick con check for Salvar.
How drunk did Salvar get?
Huh? I didn't get drunk at all. That's the thing. I only had 2 drinks.
Drink?
No,
Yeah,
I got the other
drunk.
guy drunk. I got the other guy drunk.
Yeah, you're still. I'm still gonna make you keep.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. Salvar, you wake up and you're fine. Even with 2 drinks, there's not even a hint of it. You just feel all right. Actually, you're in feeling quite spry this morning for an older gentleman.
Good news.
It's what happens when you get a younger lady.
I know, they whip you up into shape.
So, hi.
Yes, darling?
This is the best. I love Salvar so much.
What you got there?
Something of great concern. And she passes the poster to him.
I want you to roll me an insight check as you look at this poster.
Nat 1.
Did you actually just roll a nat 1?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It's not
Do
talking
you have
about
inspiration?
you. Rob, that's not you. That's not Salvar.
I'll go use.
That's
I'll go use
completely
it.
different.
Can I use my inspiration?
Go on then.
Okay.
I will allow you to use your inspiration.
Okay, that's better. Holy shit. You say insight.
Yeah, insight.
So that is a 9 plus 8, so 16. No, 17. Sorry.
Nice. This now makes more sense to you. Whereas you get all the same information that Saralise did. Saralise doesn't have a lot of the theocratic knowledge to sort of understand the intricacies of this. This essentially has a quote from scripture which talks about the great winged beast that flows across the skies from the north to the south that would cleanse the lands of the wicked, of the possessed, and the demented.
Who, Phil?
Oh yeah, I know him, Phil.
No, I mean, we're not talking about the you know, I got the star from the bone. All right.
No, not that one. Don't worry, it's not that one. But you know, this is essentially sort of the rapture of this theology, right? This is eschatology, end of world belief. And also when it says the possessed, it means that in a positive sense. It means those possessing a soul. Possession in this one is talking about those that they consider as actually being alive and having life.
Mm-hmm.
But it cleanses. It's basically like somewhere between the rapture and a lot of Hindu beliefs on the end of the world. And it's heavily implied to sound like a draconic being. And basically, they have invoked this part of scripture to claim that the Dragonborn is this prophesized omen of the end times.
I'm going to be very limited on roleplay this for the next few sessions, I can tell.
Limited?
Well, I've got a hit sheet on me.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, hey!
And you have Bola as a bodyguard. You'll be fine.
You have got a hell of a hit team around you to keep
Also,
you
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 literally
got
have a
silence.
bodyguard who has no qualms about murdering people right now.
Yes, apparently the one I got blamed for as well. Leveling the place I got blamed for as well.
You're
And
also
by the way,
being-
yeeting Eldritch Blast at my church. Thank you.
You're also being blamed for technically a rescue mission.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if it helps, you can probably hide in the church. They seem to quite like you.
It's an act of defamation at this point.
Yeah.
They're gonna blame me for something.
And the long and short, at the very end, this has been signed by Brother... Oh, which one? Fuck. Sorry,
Brother fuck. That's the thing
Yeah.
now.
Brother
fuck.
I
Brother
like
fuck.
it.
Ah! Fuck. I got flashbanged by my computer again.
No.
I
Right.
mean,
Brother...
Was
Rowan-
it the same one
Is it
that we
Rowan?
were talking about?
Well, no, because
believe
there's
so.
Brother Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't
Brother
remember-
Rowan is the and then we have the paladin already.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we
it
don't
was
have that. We
Brother
killed
Rowan.
we killed the
Sorry.
paladin.
It was
Sorry.
Brother Rohan. We killed the paladin.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had the War Master.
I was confusing
Yeah.
myself. Yes, it is
It's
signed
Brother
by Brother Rohin, and importantly, he is listed as Regent of the King.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Always fun.
Which is a title that immediately, Salvar, he has no political title before now. That immediately you were like, they're like, wait, what the fuck?
Fuck. Oh,
it's a
shit.
darling.
I mean, so that's me. I didn't do that.
I'm well aware.
Who did do that?
I want a perception check from both of you now.
At one. I'm not using this dice again.
Dice jail. Put it in dice jail.
So that's a nat 20 and 2 nat 1s so far.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Nat 1. Hello,
I'm staring at her chest.
Sansi. You are...
Food.
Yeah, basically. Like, you're just real stressed. Like, you've read this, your brain's collecting, and as Saralise is talking to you, you find yourself very comforted, but also kind of zone out from the world around you. Saralise. This sense of paranoia takes you for a second when you think that you can hear more skittering around the door. Initially, you worry. Until you hear... She doesn't open the door immediately this time, but she's knocked at the door again and is just kind of just making noise outside.
Sarlaise reaches over to Salvar and gives him a kiss on the cheek. Looks like I have Rayleigh duty at the moment. We can talk about this without everyone later. And she gets dressed and blows a kiss back at Salvar and then opens the door and, like, in one big swoop, gives Rayleigh a hug and is, like, swinging her around and playing with her.
She flings her legs around, all of that, leans into it. She's having a great time.
Salvar's just smiling at that, and he's just like, nice. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna. I just for flair. We'll go to someone else's point. I'm just gonna grab my white pair of boxers with hearts all over them. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just classic.
the classic ones, you know.
The classic, yes.
Someone needs to draw that.
I mean, Saralise, you've domesticated him quite a bit, but seriously, you've made him a grandpa now.
Hey, he
Excuse me, I look like I'm in my late
has been wearing-
20s. Okay, thank you.
I was gonna say he's definitely been wearing those boxers since before she started dating him. That's the holdover.
That's when
She's slowly but surely trying to get him to wear like
normal undergarments.
Well, that and also fun undergarments.
Oh yes.
Oh god, she wants me to wear budgie smugglers.
Yeah, budgie smugglers.
Fuck.
Have you never heard of that? Oh, you're in.
I've heard the term. I just for some reason
Google
cannot.
It's
Not right
Speedos?
now, though.
Oh no, don't do it right now. Yeah.
Right.
So, I would like to cut through to Bulla.
Yeah.
Only question, because you had a bit of a tail, Bulla, before.
Ah.
Would anybody have gone with Bulla? Just to clarify here, like, I imagine, where's Bulla going? Actually, I'll ask first.
Well, funny you'd ask. So after having that very deep conversation, kind of impromptu, with Alos about what happened when Ewan went into final battle with our lovely Asana. She then, I'm sure Alos like took their leave from the table or whatever, got a drink or something. Bola continued to drink because she failed her con save after that, and just said, you know what? Fuck it. And you, if anyone wants to make a past perception check, Bola would have drunkenly walked up to Wayne's room, would have just opened the door.
Oh yeah.
And
I
just
want you
kind
to
of waited
roll a con save for me right now.
for sure. Where? Oh, there. That's a nat one.
Jesus.
What's going on tonight? I just rolled a dice 3 more times. I've got 2 nat 1s and a nat 20.
That's a nat one. But for Bola, that's the 8 with a nat one. But still nat one.
You have inspiration.
I do have inspiration, but that's okay because she wasn't planning on anything. But she doesn't really know what she was planning. She just knows that she wanted to like just go to him. So she just kind of opened the door, and just kind of just like see if Wayne reacts or anything.
Okay, so you've rolled a nat one, and you've
I have.
come into the door. You see, now is a question of what I want to do with that.
What do you?
So,
Still drink in hand. Just
yep. So, drink in hand, you show up at the door. Wayne, Buller just like fully barges into the room. And Buller, you feel like you have...
oh god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Again,
You
Wayne was
have
sat
got, like an
on the.
amazing like entry here. You're like, yep, this is definitely sounds amazing. Like, I definitely look great right now. You did not realize just the level of dishevelment that you are in right now, Buller. You've been drinking a while, and like all of your clothes are all ruffled up. There's rips in several parts of you, much too happily moving around, going, "Oh fuck!" and forgetting that you are rather strong. And
She got
you
kicked
look like
everywhere.
you've fallen backwards for a rose bush, in essence. And
Yeah, good.
I was gonna say, you feel like you're coming into Careless Whisper. Wayne, she looks wounded. Like, she looks like she's been attacked. She looks like someone's beat her the fuck up, right? She is annihilated, basically incoherent. And, and like, You can't get a clear word out of her. Like, she is just in such a state. It genuinely looks like she has been attacked by someone or has some kind of head injury. She is messed up.
Yeah.
What is Wayne's reaction?
As logic would dictate, Wayne would get her up, move her over to the bed that he doesn't sleep on.
Mm.
Okay.
He doesn't sleep. He just sits on it, sits her down, takes out a water skin, and offers it to her.
I have a drink.
Put it down.
And she puts it down, like on the bed. It probably spills. Outside. Sorry.
He with one hand just takes it and puts it down on the ground while actually handing you the water skin.
More mead.
Drink it.
She drinks it.
Now, very carefully, who attacked you?
She actually thinks, like, was I attacked? That was, you were at the fight, right? That you were there.
Yes, and you had your injuries healed from that altercation. I'm wondering who did it recently.
Right. I dancing. It's just dancing. Just a lot of dancing. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Insight from Wayne.
Yeah.
I think enough has happened now for Wayne to try and, like, figure this
19.
out. Yeah, she's pissed. She's cannot hold her drink. She's very, very, like, dangerously kind of drunk.
Just emotional. Just
yeah.
Very emotional. Like, pissed and sad, but
Wayne...
happy, but, like, just, like, a lot of, like, just a ball of emotion.
Wayne kind of puts his hand on her shoulder gently and just kind of like moves it, not in like a push or anything, but like to see if, like, you know when someone's really drunk and then you move their shoulder and they kind of do that whole like
Oh,
yeah.
She definitely, like, just if you like even nudge her, she'll like
yeah,
lean down
it's
on
at that
bed.
point that he actually takes both of his hands on either side of her face and just lowers her down so that she's lying on the bed. And then walks over to the door, shuts it, and goes to the chair that's immediately next to the door and sits in that instead.
Bullet will just kind of lay there and then just go, wait, oh, this is actually really nice. And we'll just kind of like letting her eyes kind of flutter because she's very drunk and it's very easy to close your eyes. But like then she got the spins when she closed her eyes, so she'll open them for a little bit and just kind of looked over at Wayne and just go, I missed you. And then she'll fall asleep.
Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a charisma saving throw. No, wisdom saving throw, not charisma. I forgot.
23.
Wayne, something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Something that hasn't happened in a long time. That hurt. That actually
I
hurt.
got feelings.
That hurt. You heard her say that, and that hurt. For a second, it kind of flutters away, but that actually did hurt. You felt that. That was really unpleasant to hear.
Wayne gets up and takes the time to cast mending on her clothes that she's like torn in her belligerence.
Generalized belligerence.
And then kind of takes the time while she's asleep as well to go over and like prestidigitate, so she, you know, like she gets cleaned up, her hair gets gets sort of cleaned.
Yeah.
You'll hear like a.
And just, you know, makes everything sort of neat and tidy again, and then goes and sits down again and just kind of like, in the least creepy way possible, watches her sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is full on mouth open.
It's also drunk as well, so it's not you. It's more like the.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well that I love the fact that Wayne, being the emotionless machine there, has basically just put her to bed, lays her down, goes and closes the door, and then just sits and looks. And I just love that so much. Like this.
And Bull is too drunk to understand how fucking awkward it is.
Yeah.
He just walked
Yeah.
upstairs after talking about you and was just
So-
like, I gotta say something.
So,
But yeah.
now that that's sorted, and the next day comes, Bulla,
Mhm.
you also have a knock at your door.
Not that you're there for it.
Fuck, you're not there for it. I've forgotten again. Okay, so you have no idea. A little while passes, before Tara comes up and brings some coffee. You can hear Saralise has clearly been playing with Rayleigh for a little while, because Tara has literally just woken up again and also looks like shit. And he's just got a big plate of coffee, lots of these coffee cups and a big warm jug of that she's just made up. And she comes up to your room, Wayne, just lets herself in, and then you see this moment of fright when she spots Bulla, and then has a second one which goes, oh shit, and sees that you're right next to the door on her side.
And it's as soon as she says shit, he just.
You just see this this moment of terror of her being shushed, being like, wait, what? And then you get a absolute demonic glare as she looks down at you and swaps to one hand, pops down a cup, puts one down in front of you, and then walks in to put one down on the side of the bed beside Bulla.
And by the time she's got back, his is gone.
Oh no, I forgot the way you drink, doesn't it? Oh no. Fucking horror.
I will
of
say
Wayne having
he
coffee.
actually, for this now, because everyone knows, he actually removes his helmet to drink it. So it's just his face, and then when he like talks, just steam comes out of his mouth.
Full anime. Just like...
So
I forgot he did that.
Right.
What?
I'm sorry, I can never get that image out of my head because I've seen like all the sketches and drawings of Ewan and Wayne, and I just can't get the image out of my head. I'm just like, anyway. So day goes by nicely. One by one, you're all brought to congregate downstairs. Tara comes and fetches you, Salvar, because she, after a conversation with Saralise being told about the poster, she fetches each of you down. Alos was offered to stay here by Tara.
Yeah, probably would still be downstairs, having not ever really had a drink before and does not know what a limit is. And so after the conversation with Bulla, and then the entire day with being told, hey, look after this undead person. By the way, this hammer might help you. Also, the undead person isn't so bad. Decided to have a couple drinks and didn't really know that you're meant to stop.
Oh no.
So I'd say, yeah, everyone comes downstairs and I'm
It's
just
just
like...
funky water, really, when you think about it.
So, are there any of the benches in the corners there? Because if so, I am laying across one of them, an arm dangling off the edge,
I'll be right
looking
back.
like absolute shit.
Alos, you have been mummed by Tara all morning. Tara has brought you fresh water, coffee to help you wake up. You're just kind of passed over, and as she brings everybody down, you're still sort of waking up. When she comes over, gives you a little stroke on your cheek and says, "It's all right, Petal. I know that they don't really do that sort of thing around your place. Next time, just sort of let me know. Because it's a bit different living here than it is with living with the sisters."
Sorry.
It's all right, Alos. It's okay. We've all been there. I was
The one thing I
baby
will
half
say
orc myself one day.
is at least really would be a relatively quiet child, technically speaking.
Yeah, Rayleigh's a quiet child who won't get on your nursery hangover.
I just want to say, seeing Alos like this, I'm just thinking to myself, I could cast for a lesser restoration on you, but you gotta learn. I might
Yeah,
not
that's
always be here.
Thank you.
I was thinking that.
Tara.
She hands you some food, and she sort of brings you towards the table, and says, and sort of leans over Alos, and she fills you in with the basic details of what everyone else has by this point seen at the table. So, Salvar,
Hi.
are we sure this is you?
Well, I got the book. Open it to the page.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think what it's saying is true, but yeah, it's obviously me.
She looks at it. You see that she's got a very small smile on her face as she looks at it. And she looks up and she says to you, "Looking good for your age." Well,
I'm
True.
moisturized.
Then, sorry.
can I get
Burps
more?
a little bit.
That's a restoration. Bollocks.
Dumph.
Oh. Oh. Thank you. Delvin.
I just imagine like when doing that, it's like taking a shower, but we're using like mint shower gel or something like that.
Yeah.
Clear.
It's like you
it is.
come out of it like.
Yeah, you do.
Oof.
And if you get on your fucking balls, you fucking know
Oh.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just that wave of like, oh god, yeah. And yeah,
Thank you, Salvar.
that's restoration for you. Nice.
Right. So, I didn't want to say anything while we were at the sisters, but is it real? Like you're like old?
I don't remember anything before the battlefield. Like I said. So, maybe.
Well, I haven't exactly met many Dragonborn in my life.
Well, you discuss that while I go get breakfast for everyone. I'll be right back. My food's here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She leans back, and saying, "Can you get me some bacon while you're there?" As he goes out to as Salvar goes out to the kitchen. Well,
I am now in person, indescribably hungry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting hungry now as well. She sits, looking at the rest of you and says, "Well, we have to do something about it. I mean, no one can really see him around here if we keep him quiet, but we can't just sit here and wait forever. Don't know what we should do about it."
Well, is not the way they're identifying the armor as one of the main points?
The armor is a similar. Salvar used to have much more extensive bone armor from his time on the battlefield. He doesn't wear quite all of that today. But that is the same as drawn in here. It looks... I mean, Saralise would know better than I do, but that does look right.
I mean, if I don't know how much significance it holds to him, but is it possible he could take off the armor for a bit, just to not look like he does, well, so distinctly?
Well, it's possible, but he's been seen around in usual clothing. He's been getting out of the armor a fair amount. Leaving the armor off would help, but I'm worried that people may have already seen him without it. They might draw the link.
He could. He can stay in my ring.
The rings are secure.
I mean, we didn't really talk much about it yesterday because of the. And she'll look over at Wayne and like gesture toward the helmet. But I did win my fight last night, so that area should be secure for now. We can start moving some of the guild things over there, and we can move Salvar there too. And he can hide out there for a while.
Well, we've got here and there are secure locations, so we can divide up however which way we need. Definitely. We need... Why is the brother looking for him? That I don't get.
Everyone we ask, they don't really know either. I'm just told to look for him. And we'll just kind of look over at Salvar.
Can I make a check? Like reading the wanted poster and stuff?
Yeah, history check could definitely work here. History or insight, depending on how you want to approach it.
Would I be able to make a religion-based one based on anything I might have learned about the prophecy in the past?
Yes, you definitely can make a with advantage for Alos.
Okay.
Okay, I'm also using the knowledge from a past life.
Yep.
Because, and she rolled a 6, so that makes all the sense. So that is an 18 total.
Okay.
I'm going to use an inspiration.
Wayne, you...
I mean, it feels like, because I know that I did the things that they're suggesting that Salvar did, and also Salvar is of a church that opposes the brother. So by putting the two together, can I put it together to be this is way more political than it is anything else?
Yeah, the personal side of this tells you this feels very tit for tat. This feels like,
they're looking to throw someone under a bus.
Yeah, this is pawns on a chessboard. This is moves and counter moves rather than authentic. Also, just because, and you check in with Asana, who is able to sort of realize that the quote here is really being liberally interpreted. The quote about the winged beast is very much more metaphorical, and they are describing it in much firmer terms in this poster. And there's just a number of things there where it feels like a mistranslation. They're coming up with some form of religious basis here. It feels a bit threadbare.
From the religion side, that is then a 23.
Oh, excellent. You can get a little bit more on this. Firstly, this is absolute fucking heresy. This is completely misquoted scripture. It's all a load of nonsense. They are quoting a genuine passage. They have completely butchered it though, and it looks... you find a genuine sense of anger because this is part of the books from the Morrigan when she talks about the prophesized end times. So they have bastardized one of her scriptures here heavily. A little bit more about this, though. You know Brother Rohin. You've met him.
Oh.
You, as a matter of fact, can remember he's been down to your temple quite frequently as of late. Had a lot of chats with the people in there. He's such a sweet guy. Oh, he's lovely. He brings little snacks with him and everything. Always gives good offerings. He's generally one of the few men who is regularly allowed to enter the temple.
So it seems like a very large contrast from what's signed off on this.
Yeah. You also understand him as being an incredibly devout man, someone who takes this kind of stuff seriously. So this just rings wrong to you as you're looking at it. It doesn't match who you've seen before.
I very strongly get the feeling that the brother's being used as effectively a scapegoat that someone can't touch because of his position, but I think it's people from a much lower position that have made all of this.
Sorry, Casey, can you speak up a little, please?
Yes, sorry. I get the feeling the brother's effectively being used as a scapegoat. This doesn't seem like him in the slightest, and it's more than possible they're just using his name for the power that it holds because no one can quite penetrate that.
So, wait.
Wait.
What do you mean?
You know Brother Rowan?
Yeah.
Yes, he's one of very few men, other than Salva, that's ever been allowed within the church. The idea that he so heavily misquote and bastardize this passage does not seem like it could, even by the farthest stretches of belief, be the same person.
Well, for starters, the accusations against Salvar are false. Salvar did not commit them.
Good to know.
Also, when those acts were perpetrated, the Princess Mari was saved.
Is this what you did?
This is what I did, yes.
Got it.
I rescued Princess Mari from a prison with no doors.
Alos, I'm going to give you a piece of context here. Prison that Wayne broke the mouth of was a mausoleum, a consecrated mausoleum that he fucking annihilated.
God damn
But
it.
also, would I know that from the side of having that used as a prison is also very much very conflicted.
Very conflicted. Yeah, like a lot of this just rings very weird to you.
Do you, by any chance, know who was holding a prisoner there?
Well, I can only assume someone who had access to the mausoleum. Like Brother Rowan.
I'm sorry, Alice. We have found some pretty damning evidence that he's calling the shots for the arcane society that has been going around and causing this mischief and chaos that we've been trying to stop, including having custody of 47 tieflings, maybe more, and just...
There were more. He killed the rest.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master, can I ask a question, please? So this is a few sessions back, when I did the whole scrying thing and I saw Barbara and I believe it was the Paladin, was the name Brother Ronin ever mentioned?
Yes, it was.
Because there was an order given by someone. I just want to know who it was. Ronin or
when in the scrying. Biobra orders it from Biobra orders the execution on the orders of Brother Rohin, and so he tells the Paladin, as Brother Rohin says, continue, and orders him to commit it. So yeah, the order, he specifically said that the orders came from Brother Rohin.
Yeah, that's what we found out when we confronted Barbara before the big fight on the tavern.
Yeah.
He said that Brother Rohin's calling the shot, has most of the power.
And that does track with your scrying as well.
Right.
We have to stop him. We have to do something.
If we go directly for him, it raises us as being terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that he's spinning my act of rescue as a terrorist attack.
We'd be playing exactly into what they want. Yeah.
What church was he affiliated with again?
Now. Oh yeah, that's actually a good question.
Yeah. He is with the Celtic Pantheon. Specifically, he is from the Church of Ogama, who is the god of knowledge, writing, and wisdom.
So
and
not
bards.
Dika's church then?
Not the same as Dika's church.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. Think of it like how you have multiple churches within a village, within a small area. It's like different parishes, but they don't fight with each other.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not exactly the same church, but they do belong to the wider organization, a wider Celtic organized faith. No, I tell you what it is. Dika is a sort of high priest, whereas he would be the Archbishop of Canterbury. Yeah, that's
Dika was female.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. She. Sorry, that's misspeak. She is much more equivalent to being sort of, mid-tier clergy, whereas he is the Archbishop of Canterbury. He's very high up in the general faith, but his specific church in specific worship is to Ogama.
Also, it's very unlikely then that a Lord of Knowledge is misquoting scripture.
He's doing it on purpose.
Unless it's on purpose.
It is on purpose, that's the point.
We can always turn this around and use their tactics against them.
But to what end? I mean, if it's on purpose, then what do they hope to achieve from that?
It will turn into he said, she said shit.
This is why I don't communicate with gods often. Too many grey area.
If I was myself, as in if I was who I was before Winimere's fall, I could always infiltrate and do what I did best. However, everything I do now is a bit more overt.
Let's not quite get into solo missions yet.
I wasn't talking about a solo mission.
Given that Agamon is the god of bards, I might have the advantage in being able to infiltrate and figure out what the fuck's going on.
We need more information for sure. You see? Yes, go on. No, it's fine.
Bola thinks about the twins and what she just won. Are the twins and their gang, what are they known for? What do they do, like, other than ring battles?
They
have a specialty.
Yeah, they're known specifically for their moonshine, wormwood moonshines. It's their one thing that they have. They have quite the racket. Specifically, theirs is the moonshine, but they're quite well known for the fact that they can traffic stuff anywhere. They're very good at moving contraband around the city.
Okay. So she'll think of the twins and she'll look at Tara and go, I may know some people that might know something. Or could know about any kind of weapons or any kind of contraband that's running through the city. Could help us see what they're fueling for.
The other it would definitely help, but the other potential is fulfilling your pit fighting crusade, as it were. Because once you have everyone under your control, you have a full information network.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Still can be. They're after Selvar right now.
And if I had nobility, I could do something about it.
It does bring up one thing, though. Why do I have a princess again in my...
Wayne.
She was trapped in a tomb.
Yeah, I gathered that part, but the part I do want to question, Wayne, is I don't know why this is the bit that I'm getting hung up on. Over everything that's happened in the last few months, why have you just picked up a princess, collected one? Where am I supposed to put her?
In a room.
Well, she's... Yeah, oh, God, so literal. She's in a room now.
Yes.
What do I do with her?
We need to keep her
Keep her
safe.
safe.
Firebra said that the king is dead.
Well, that explained the regent thingy about this Rohan.
And there is a scramble. They're not letting her take her father's place.
Because the succession is by male inheritance, not by female, so it'll be whoever she marries, which means potentially the brother was hoping to keep her locked away until her father was dead and she was of age so that he could forcibly marry her so that he would be king legitimately.
Wow.
Yeah.
How the other half live. They call them nobles. No such thing.
They're rich savages.
You only ever get to be a
Regardless.
gentleman by first being a violent one.
Regardless,
Savages.
we have something lined up with regards to Bulla's next fight, thanks to some careful negotiations. And should she win it, she would become a noble and could potentially start talks with becoming undoing the law and allowing the right of secession to be blood, and that's it.
You just watch as Tara's face just goes into a total neutral face.
Bola is like this.
You know... Sure. Alright.
I did used to manage a criminal underworld before I died.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. I really shouldn't. I don't give you enough credit, Ewan, Wayne.
Do you want to know who the family is?
Do you know, I'm alright. I'm alright, Petal.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Yeah. Multiple avenues
On
here.
when's your fight?
I don't know. They haven't called for it yet.
The teller told you it would be at least 3 days.
It would be at least in the next 3 days.
Not for 3 days. Not within 3 days. After 3
Oh,
days.
after 3
Yeah,
days.
yeah. It
In
will
3
not
days.
be for 3 days.
Got it.
Well, we have 3 days then.
During that time, it is possible I could ask people at the church if they ever suspected anything off about the brother. And
Definitely.
if they know anything about that mausoleum.
That would be very helpful. So we've got one angle. Well, we've got two
Okay.
now.
I'd like to go see Dika, maybe. So, Liza, you would like to come with me?
I can do.
Yeah.
You continue.
Yes, I can do that, darling. I do think it's worth a look for me later to go check out the other temple. Question mark?
Yes.
Is it a temple?
Ogamar's temple is the city library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any form of internal politics within the temples and churches within the city? As in, you could go to your church and request that they bring the other churches together to discuss this blatant misuse of Holy Scripture in order to bring some sort of scrutiny towards the man in question.
It is certainly possible, and particularly with the news about what the mausoleum was turned into, that will absolutely be a discussion to have as well. So
What was
sure
a mausoleum?
that
Oh, never mind.
Bola will look at Alos and go, an air of caution, maybe. I'm not going to say who is guilty and not guilty, but at the moment we don't know. So when you're asking questions, just be careful.
I will do my best not to raise too much suspicion.
Brother Rohan probably has friends. That's all I'm saying.
He absolutely does, which makes this all the harder.
So, Tara sort of looks up at you, Salvar, and says, if you're going, you'll need a disguise to travel by street. Something to cloak. Sourlies, do you know much along this? I think I have a disguise kit downstairs if you can use one.
I do know how to use one. In fact,
Not taking off my armor. Again.
Again.
Every time I take off my goddamn armor, I get fucked up. All the goddamn zombies. A bar fight. Fuck no.
There is a potential that you wouldn't have to take off your armor for very long if we could have Bulla requisition Biobra so that Biobra could bring you a set of paladin armor. And then going off of that and doing the disguising, you could potentially be disguised to look more like a lizard folk. Give you a frill.
Oh, he'd look so cute with a frill. You see Tara just has this, like, shit-eating grin as she looks at you after he says
Colour
that.
your scales to be more brown than, you know.
Oh, please say this is what we're going to do now. Tara says
I
that in
can
character, by the way.
see. Okay, I can see if Barbara could throw me some armor. He owes me.
As long as it's +1 scale, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's more likely to be plate armor, but you know.
I can't wear plate armor.
Half
Yeah.
plate then.
I can't wear that either.
Why can't you wear half plate?
Because it's heavy armor.
Half plate is medium.
Half
Never mind.
I just like the
know you-
idea that Salvar's a bit dumbfounded right now and just is like, it's so confused.
I don't know. I'm just a bit confused. I was a bit concerned as to the fact that I'm
Also,
I'm
if you
being
have the
painted
strength
brown,
for
even
it-
though I'm bronze already.
If you have the strength for it, you can wear heavy armor. You would just have disadvantage on stuff.
such as
There's quite a couple things.
if it's just a hit, I'm okay with that because I just cast spells. But
Yeah, it's disadvantages on things like dex checks and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Slows you down. If you've got the
Yep.
strength for it, it's just like.
If you wear armor that you lack proficiency with, you have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dexterity, and you can't cast spells.
Oh,
never mind.
no,
Nope,
never
not
mind.
happening. Nope.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's worse. That's worse than not wearing armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. So,
Sarlai's zips and grabs the disguise kit.
nice. How? If you're gonna leave now, how are you gonna disguise him? Paint the picture for me. Depends how hard this check is gonna be to use it.
Okay.
Come on, wifey.
So, I mean, first she's going to she will dull the color of his scales so they look brown, not bronze.
Yeah.
She's going to add some. She's going to like be eyeing the drawing on the poster to try and like hide anything that looked like a distinguishing feature on it. So like if there's any scars that they added, she's very particular to not like add anything.
Cover it, the bite marks are right.
Yeah. The only things that you'll need to cover is the couple of bits of the bits where they have added loose scales, but where they've actually added loose scales doesn't appear to match quite onto where Salvar has any. So
I mean, I have been shedding.
Yeah, this to give you an idea of to describe this a bit better. This drawing is quite rough. Like it looks like Salvar, but it also could kind of look like a lot of different Dragonborns, but then again, there aren't that many. So yeah, it's a rough. It's one of those like really weird police sketches they do sometimes, where all the proportions are out of order.
Okay, so she's going to add like some scars on him to try and distinguish from the poster.
Yeah.
She's going to like do shading. She's going to contour the Dragonborn face.
I have a very sexy jawline.
The jawline that will not be stopped.
Can you give me a beard?
Yes.
I've always wanted to know what it's like to have one, so.
Oh, you're going to create a fake beard for him as well? Excellent. You can do that. In that case, I would like you to roll me your proficiency check with your disguise kit, which is... Oh, fuck DM memory. Disguise kits are...
Either charisma or...
I think they're charisma.
I think they're charisma, actually.
Well,
Charisma
with
plus
kits in
proficiency.
general, it actually varies, so it depends on what you're using for.
I
You'll be
can
doing decided by
consult
the
my
DM.
Dungeons Master's guide.
Yeah, the guide tells you which type of check it is. It's proficiency...
Dexterity. according to
Charisma.
the wiki.
Oh, is it dexterity according to the wiki? Okay. No, fuck it. I'm making it charisma. It makes more sense.
Fair.
So yeah, give me that charisma check, baby.
Oh, that's cheap.
Okay.
Oh. So I'm just happy I got my food now. It's just,
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
oh, it's just. I mean,
Oh,
Talking
don't,
about
you're making-
food I haven't eaten yet.
No, I want takeout.
it tastes so good, better than the one I had before, because this one doesn't taste like it was seasoned by white people.
Thank God.
That's a
in
nat
heaven.
20,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, beautiful. Salvar.
Yeah.
Everyone else. She's Salvar's looking rather dashing.
I was before, thank you very much, but now I'm just differently dashing.
No. Salvar was like hot. Salvar was hunky, hot, and beefy. You've made him like, with the beard, he's gone like full intellectual. He looks like very professional with the beard as well. Like he looks, as opposed to before where he was hunky and hot, he now looks suave. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
so what I'm hearing, he went from Dilf to Silver Fox.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
I've never been.
You see, now
Oh
I just
my
want a t-shirt that has Salvar on it with Dilf written underneath.
Ow, my fucking ribs.
Yeah, just some like Saralai's little kisses and hearts around it, and then Dilf. You know.
Got like the Sarlai's tail in a heart around it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh.
Beauty and the Beast. Sorry.
Look, Sarlai's is a fucking artist, damn it.
Yeah.
And this is a work of art.
Yep.
So,
With-
how do I look?
I'm going to let you guys head off and make your way to the church. I want to clarify, Alos, you were going to head back to the nuns, weren't you?
Yes.
Nuns with guns.
Yep.
That's not what they're
Okay.
called, but I love saying nuns with guns because that's just stuck
They're
in my head.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm heading over to them with a very conflicted feeling the entire way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carlos.
Oh,
Join us. Join us.
Emotional damage.
Alcohol. Also, you're incredibly hungover as well.
Yeah, come over and is trying to work out whether to be pissed or thankful to Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bola is going to find Barbara by somehow not going to the Crown Guard headquarters. So that's gonna
Okay.
be fun.
I
And
could
how to find
send
it.
him a message before I leave.
You should do that for sure. You should. Bola will tell you to tell him to meet at his apartment, and she's gonna go find it.
Nice.
Sarah, I'm assuming you're going to want to go to your place along the way. Or after right away, or something like that. I'm assuming we're splitting up at some point. Because I can't really go to the main place where these people. Actually, mind you,
You're disguised.
I don't-
if I'm naturally
Yeah.
discussed, yeah, sure, if I'm naturally discussed, okay, why not?
Yeah. And yeah, and by the way, the Temple of Orgrimmar is just a public library. It's very much meant to encapsulate the spirit of their respective gods, and so Orgrimmar's is a public open library, a repository of knowledge for all, and that has a small mausoleum. It was from earlier. It has a small amphitheater out the front for performers to come and perform. So, you two are heading off that way. Where is Wayne going? That's an important bit here.
Wayne kind of starts looking towards Buller and thinking he did say that he was going to protect her, but also right now probably... No, do you know what? Actually, it would look sus if Wayne was following around Salvar.
Well, Bola kind of would have clocked you looking at her, and then like would have awkward been like, "You wanna join me?"
Like a stray puppy. He's just a a stray undead.
No,
puppy.
Especially the awkwardness of like waking up in his bed and being like,
Yeah.
and then just
I'm
being
being
like,
called.
right,
Well,
and then suddenly having to go downstairs.
I'm just thinking about everyone and the fact that Alos wouldn't want me around, especially if Alos is going to her church. And
Well, I'm going
Self.
to go see Biobra. So
do you want teleporting into his office?
and she'll almost say yes and then remember the screams of going through the ether with Wayne/Ewan, and she'll just go, you know,
It would just involve a lot less of the confusion, especially seeing as the keep is the place that was attacked most recently.
right. I asked Salvard for him to meet us at his place. We'll just go there. A walk would be nice. A walk.
I
Yeah.
can't teleport you from here. We'd have to walk to the entrance of the keep.
Let's just walk this time. Yeah. That sound good. Can we do that?
Okay.
Okay.
He sounds so put out.
I have arcane knowledge and you make me use my legs. The fuck?
We're going to his apartment.
So,
Also, if they find us in his office, that could be bad.
Alos, you have wandered back to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach the door, one of your sisters comes out. Alos, we were expecting. Please, she's waiting.
Never a good sign. And I'll just walk in, now even more concerned than I previously was. Does the atmosphere, like, inside feel out of place?
Yep. This is like, you're used to the weird space in here.
Yeah.
The non-Euclidean nature of the inside of the temple is kind of has become so normal that you interpret it as a 3D space.
Yeah.
So you're going from room to room. Everybody is gone. Like, everything's just really quiet. You can hear that they're running around places, but there's nobody in all of these little side rooms where people would usually be in a meditation room, in any of the combat training rooms. All of them are empty, and you can hear all the hustle and bustle as you're being led up into the altar room.
Oh, as we're going, the sister came out. Did we finally get called?
No, unfortunately. Worse, Alos. We have heretics in the Empire.
I'll just... If no one else took it, I probably would have taken the poster with me just to...
Yeah.
Related to this, by any chance?
Yes. Do you have any information?
I think this might be better discussed with everyone.
She darts you up the stairs. And a bit prematurely, Miss Ashley, let me just do a quick insight check for her. Nope, she's dumb as shit.
I have like a plus 11 to deception as well.
So she wanders you in, and shouts very loudly to get everybody's attention, says, Alos knows something about the heresy.
She's talking about the subtle. Sorry.
God damn it.
Misunderstanding what you had said. The room is silent. You could hear a pin drop as everybody is looking at you.
Is it only Sisters of Morrigan that are in there, or does it look like they've brought other people in?
They have brought other people in. Importantly, they've brought in other chapters of the Sisters of Morrigan. There are chapters from Asterhorp, and there are the chapters of Asterhorp and the chapters of Bradbury that are all here.
Cool. So fine. So fine. When everyone's turns to me, I'm just going before I get into things, to save me from repeating myself, could I be filled in on what's already been discussed?
You see a rather old-looking... She looks like some sort of high elf. Very slender.
Mm-hmm.
She's old-looking even for a high elf.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, she looks it. And as she steps forward, she looks at you and says, "We are currently debating whether a purge is necessary and what has infested this city. Any information you can bring us?"
For a start, to clear up one thing about these posters, it is not the work of Dragonborn. I don't know if that was still a thought, but it is very much not. Secondly, and I just take a quick stand of the room before saying anything, is Brother Rohan or anyone I've seen travel with him in the room?
No.
Cool. I don't believe a purge is necessary because I possibly know who is the root cause of this.
There's chattering, concerned chattering between... She says, name the heretic, boy. Child, daughter, son, sorry, fuck, brain short-circuiting. Name the heretic.
And I look at
Sister.
Soren with just a stressed and sorrowful. From what has been explained to me, it currently seems as though Brother Rohan of the Church of Odmar is...
There is an audible gasp from the local chapter of the sisters as they all breathe in sharply. Give me a quick insight.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
happily, because I don't want to know this. $32.
Yikes. Fucking yikes.
So I didn't want to know this, but I think I now know the secrets of the universe.
Sorin is...
Hmm.
There is a look on Sorin's face that at first confuses. She looks angry. She looks at you with a white-hot anger that you have not seen before. No, you have, actually. Memory come back. You've seen this once before.
Yeah. Was it when Wayne tried to walk in?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Cool.
I do not possess all of the information, but can bring in the people that do.
Who are the witnesses?
I'll look directly at Soren. For a start, the wielder of them all.
On your previous insight, upon hearing that information, you can see this woman's deepest, darkest thoughts at this point.
Yep.
She completely gives the game away. She looks utterly gutted. You can see just her, like, you can see, you know that look when someone just can feel their heart in their mouth? They've just got like...
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You can just see this moment of absolute... She is somewhere between anger, between grief, and fear, for want of a better term.
From what I'm doing, is it kind of the thing of refusal to believe it until I gave one of the few people she would trust to actually give an honest statement?
You're not sure?
I'm not sure. Cool. And additionally, the Dragonborn, if what we've worked out is true, can back up that same information.
I shall not have a defiler in the presence of your sisters. And you shall not question prophecy again. Do you understand that, my daughter?
Of course.
And as she steps forward and looks at you, she says, "This material is heresy. And this brother will be shown the error of his ways." once permission from the Morrigan is sought. But I shall not have you question the pursuit of the Dragonborn. And you say that you know where it is. At which point, you can see Soren reacts again. Because Soren starts dragging her finger across her throat, giving you a look.
From everything I've heard previously, is this the first time I've heard of the Morrigan going off? The Sisters of the Morrigan seeking down the Dragonborn?
No, yeah, right, yes. So, yeah, the Dragonborn is someone that the Sisters of the Morrigan have been looking for, and has supposedly not been able to find. But, yeah.
Am I aware of their intentions once they find him?
No, you're not.
Cool.
And you can see extremely clearly, because your insight is high enough, and her deception is her stealth is pretty good, but it's not that good. You can see that she's trying to gesture to you like that on her collar.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, she's basically telling you to shut the fuck up.
In front of the hyper, I will just like bow slightly. I apologize for interrupting.
Your daughter here, Soren, speaks of the Dragonborn. I wish to hear more. You say that the Dragonborn bears witness to the accusations you level against Brother Rohin, this man. Where is the Dragonborn then? You are going to be rolling a check now. The question is what kind of check you want to roll. And it is at this point...
I've made a new character, by the way. Just
Oh, Rob.
I'm so sorry. I thought, yeah, I'll go in, I'll have a private conversation with Soren. Nope.
I am changing the music because she steps forward and her form grows larger, and you realise she was quite hunched. She now stands at 9 feet tall.
shit.
Her hands outstretch, her overgrown, brittle, bony hands start to separate as you see along them various rings, some of them that are still stained in the blood of the enemies that she defeated. Glowing with arcane power. Her presence grows, and you immediately realise that the ceremonial robes that were quite small when she was hunched over have an arcane effect on them. They start sucking the light out of the room as the room physically darkens, and she starts standing taller. She is still hunched over at 9 feet.
I'm mad.
I'm going to roll right now, and I need you to roll against this. I'm
Yep.
rolling intimidation. I will take a wisdom saving throw. I will consider a different check if Alos is drawing her strength from somewhere else.
I mean, Oof.
Sorry.
Part of me feels like this is something that, regardless, I think since Alice is already terrified at realizing the power here of their own existence is bordering on the Morrigan's beliefs, so is like already hitting it. This going on. So, if I can, I'd like to elect just an auto fail on that intimidation.
Yeah.
Because between
Sure.
this is like, okay, so everyone else in the room is letting this person take the lead. And I'm already bordering on the edges of what's allowed, so I'm not going to try and push that.
Did you say her fingers extended?
Yeah, in the literature sense, metaphor, she has oversized, bony, long fingers, but she is.
And she's
hunched.
9 foot tall.
Yes.
So this is Lady Domitress then.
Yeah. I'm all of like the
Stupid man thing. Sorry.
all of like the black inky starring across Ellis's body is kind of like just shimmering. And even she's not quite sure if that's with fear, power, or defiance. And I don't even know. I just know it's doing that and is terrified.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. You auto fail.
Yeah. Looking at
Okay.
feet, just nope.
So, daughter, why hesitate? Do you seek to conceal from me? You conceal from the Morrigan? I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't expecting you to go in with the Salvar stuff. I was expecting you to just be like, oh yeah, I didn't expect you to actually say to them out loud that you had met the
No, but I was thinking from the sector of the conversation with Soren went fairly well.
Yeah,
So,
it did.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
That is a reliable source. Nope.
In fairness, I did not give you much way to know that this could have gone badly. I just
Yeah, no,
genuinely
I'm-
didn't expect it.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna I'm gonna try and lie through my teeth with. I do not.
Gone for
No.
10 minutes, and the fuck?
I do not know where the Dragonborn is. Which technically, at this exact point in time, is a true sentence.
Yeah, you're still rolling deception.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. So she's gonna roll some insight.
I'm gonna use an inspiration because that was a 2 on the dice.
Yeah, definitely roll inspiration on that.
Yep. Let it out.
You're quite glad that people gave you inspiration now, aren't you?
That is a natural 20 for 31, my dear Zach.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't need to roll another character sheet. Fuck it.
The Fae are powerful liars.
You see that she looks at you and the mood relaxes as she says, Sister Soren, you have a rather excitable disciple here. Please keep her in check before she speaks out of place. I shall take this as poor humour. If you do not know where the Dragonborn is, what is your source for the claims against Rohin?
Fated. The half-orc that wields them all, as Soren could better explain than I, has evidence of the brothers' malcontent towards the church.
Soren, as she looks over, you see that Soren still looks very uncomfortable. I will make you roll a different insight this time, because I'm going to make her roll again now.
This is my favorite dice point, but that is another natural 20 for 33. I'm not touching that dice because I know it's going to fail me now.
She was still trying to signal you to shut up after that part. And after you say that, and she looks over, you can see that you have just completely shown her up. She looks terrified. As this more senior sister comes forward and says, Soren, which moon would this be?
Oh shit. That is me speaking. That is not Alos.
Yeah. Soren looks up saying, there was a relic that was rightfully claimed by a great warrior, a great half-orc warrior, Buller of Alavir, if you should remember from the documents that I sent you, reports.
As per my last email. Sorry.
Yeah, basically. And as I hope you understood from our correspondence, I very clearly said that she did in fact find a relic that she had clear possession. You see at this point that this elder says, "Sister, be silent." She stops. You did not specify which weapon. This was looted from Asana, was it not? Soren nods. Then why are we not on a crusade? You see that Soren... I didn't plan for this! I didn't plan for this!
Quickly, at this point, have I worked out who this high elf is?
Give me a quick... No, fuck it. You definitely can figure out who this is. You've been here long enough. This is the first time you've met her in person. She's quite recognisable. Big, tall demeanour. Quite laughy-jokey. Capable of changing appearance. And you're thinking that you're probably looking at the true form of the Oracle.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
For those of you at home, Alos has just recognised the head of state of the entire nation of the continent they are on as the person they are currently talking to, who is also the head of the Order of the Sisters of the Morrigan. Oh, that face is a picture.
I feel like the "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" sound is appropriate right now.
Why don't we have sounds available?
I feel like at this point, Winimere campaign is how many organizations can we piss off at the same time?
I thought this was gonna go great. I was gonna go in.
I keep setting things up. I keep doing this as like, I'm gonna foreshadow some late game content. It's like, oh no, you guys just like full, no lubricant, ram it straight in, no foreplay, and get straight
You're
into
talking to the group that nuked the first BBEG along with half the country.
I've also managed to make you rip up 4 sessions worth of content.
Yes, you did.
I thought this season was about starting a guild.
Also,
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I know,
Zach.
right?
What the hell happened, Zach?
Zach, you played with me before. What did you think was going to happen when you put something in front of me?
Yeah. Like,
I'm going to point out.
Ooh, button.
For everyone at home, my whole idea with this is I wanted to create a bit of tension around the fact that there's things that you can't quite tell Soren and Soren's leaders, and it was going to be a whole thing of, I can't fully trust them, and then Alos comes in here, fucking 100 miles an hour with the weapons grade hot take.
Hey guys, I got something really important to tell you.
It's been 6 weeks.
Hey guys.
The thinking.
The game has been a day.
Yeah, the thinking was, okay, they want to purge everything. I'm going to try and put a stop to that.
Yeah.
And I think I've just fastened their purging. By the way, the
totally
purging, that's just a wipe the slate clean type of purge, isn't it?
Ish, yeah, that's...
Yeah, it's more like cleansing
no,
fire.
No, it's not. I know what it is.
Clever boy.
The reason Bulla can wield the hammer is because she took it off Asana through beating her in trial by combat, and Asana died. So they're saying they're going to go on a crusade to get back a divine weapon of the Morrigan by going on a crusade against Bulla. And then they can do whatever the fuck they want. Not yet,
Good
you
thing
don't.
I was building an army.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
I
But
can't say
also
anything,
bring it.
Casey, because you just had your
You just
ooh,
had your
button
nuke
moment.
button, yeah.
You just
But it
hit
was-
your
Zach-
like button.
Zach put
Welcome
a
to the
puzzle.
club.
I think
Zach
also
put a puzzle in front of me on a day that my ADHD hyperfocus was at its worst, and did not expect me to try and figure that shit the fuck out.
yeah,
It's
also,
fine. It's water under the bridge because we
think
got bigger problems
in
now.
character, I think it makes sense. I'm hungover. I've just been told two very conflicting things about weighing in the span of 12 hours. Then I found out that my entire shit is being rocked to someone that I thought was a trusted ally is very much not. Brain is going poof.
At this point, fuck the glass. But just...
So Zach, Soren gets told to shut up.
Soren gets told to shut up,
Mm-hmm.
and the Oracle turns and looks and says, "Sister, prepare your children. Prepare your daughters. I shall turn, prayer, and I shall seek a
Oh,
declaration."
got raided.
Hey! Thanks for the raid, guys.
Great time.
I shall seek a declaration for the crusade. Find the Dragonborn. Bring me my maul. She turns around, walks to the corner of the room, teleports. And you see the rest of them all go to the teleportation circle as the Asterhawk chapter of the Sisters of the Morrigan leave. Sorin comes over to you, Alos. Looking down at the ground with a very dejected look. I'm sorry. I am going to say right now, she's about to attack you. Do you defend yourself? She's
Not in
coming
the
in for a
face.
slap.
Not
No.
in the slightest, no.
She
This is mother.
she pimp slaps you so hard across the face. She just it cracks.
Yeah, I say fuck all. I say nothing.
Alos, you're no longer invited to my wedding.
Out comes a hand. You've doomed us all. You have condemned your sisters, your family. She puts her hand out and says, "Your focus."
Right.
I take the runic shield off of my back and
She snatches it out of your hand. As you have condemned us to our deaths, you are dead to us. Leave. If you know what's good for you, you leave the city. You get the hell out of here before the crusade arrives. I'm sorry. At that point, you hear a crack in her voice, and you see a single tear starts welling in her eye.
Is it in cases as well?
She takes one of your hands, and you can see that there's something, just as a look on her face, as she picks her hand up. She picks your hand up and starts to lead you out of the room. I will escort her out. You stay here. We'll begin our preparations. Collect yourselves. As she walks you towards the door, she takes you into a side room. And you feel the arcane energy in the air, and you recognize this. Serenity, peace. This is a training room, but not any training room. It's Soren's personal room. She meditates, she fights, she practices. She has brought you in here many a time. As you enter the room, it's like being transported to a new environment. The land has this certain fayish quality. There's a little ethereal feeling. You're on a small island in a lake. It's grassy. It's beautiful. And there are two stones. Big old boulders stuck in the middle of the dirt. She leads you to one. She pushes the door closed with a mage hand and sits on another. I'm sorry.
I will sit down on one of the rocks, unable to meet her gaze.
You hear her sniff. It's my fault. It's all my fault. I didn't expect you to rush back so quickly. I thought she'd be gone. Maybe you can make up where I have failed.
I just wanted to help.
And you can. And you can. You can. There's nothing you can do for us now. Okay? You need to go forward. You need to stop Rohan. I knew. He's fallen. He's not himself anymore. He hears a voice. He thinks he's being led to salvation. And I tried to help him. But he's not there anymore.
Do you know what the voice is?
No, he would never tell me. Of all of my time researching, I could never figure out. No divination magics. Nothing. Just silence. I tried to keep it quiet. When you see these people, what do you see? You've only been with them a short time. The orc, the dragonborn, the undead, the elf. What do you see?
At first, I wasn't sure, but they are good people. All of them. Even the undead one is a good person. They seem to just want to protect one another and the people that they care for.
Then I can think of no better champions. Doesn't mean much now. You see that she takes your focus, wraps it into a small ball. She adjusts your armor a little, and you feel her slip it behind the armor, gently. And then in the other hand, she slips something else. You see a small arcane ring that she slips into a little pocket. And you recognize this ring. This is a ring of protection that she uses herself. It's hers. It's a family heirloom of hers.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
As she slips it in, she holds you by your shoulders and says, "She was always going to find out. And at least I get to know that you're safe and that you go with them. If they care about this city, they need to fight. They need to get ready." You can hear her voice cracking more and more as it goes. You have weeks. If that. Get them ready.
You.
She pulls you in and just pulls you into this massive cuddle and just does not let go. She buries your head in the shoulder. There is a moment of silence, but you can just feel as she, like, almost rushes to, like, hug you.
Yeah.
And just
Absolutely
hold
hug
you.
back.
Yeah.
Like a 5-year-old hugging a parent that's been away for too long.
Yeah.
It's
And
just hugging.
you can feel a shake in her arm as she holds you.
You think they're going to have to fight our sisters?
No. I think Rohin is going to beat you to it. And I think our sisters are going to have to fight whatever Rohin has turned into. Whatever he is now. Whatever he's becoming. It's outside. He's in our blind spot. I don't know. We didn't know about Asana. We don't know what magic drove her. And I don't know what's happening to Rohin. I don't even know if they're connected. We're out of our league. And we're completely outgunned. Outmatched. Pay your fucking taxes. Sorry, you just made me think of it. Oh, fuck. Serious moment.
Danger.
She says, but those people, those heroes, they saved a lot of people in Winimere. They defeated her. They did what we never could, and they know more than any of us. The last thing I need you to tell them. I think that Rohin killed the king. I don't think it was natural.
I had a feeling.
He's moving to be regent. If he has a council, we would be invited as the sisters. I don't think the Oracle would allow us to sit here, though, and take that position.
I highly doubt that.
I don't know anything about it, but all I do know is you need to find out what's going on. Rohin sits at the centre of all of this. You figure out what's happening to him, you figure out what he's doing. All of this falls away.
Mm-hmm.
Do tell Buller that she earned that weapon. She gets to keep it.
But she's going to have to fight for that.
Yes. If you lose, then, well, she never has to worry. But if you win... The Oracle's patient. She's been here many a year. She can wait. And I will have no choice but to stand by the Oracle's side, as will your sisters. I disavow you, because the only way that we can fix this mess and I can atone for my sins is if you redeem them for me. I have failed. Maybe you can do better.
Please don't die before I get the chance to do so.
She looks up in the air, very much holding herself on the brink, and says, I'm not one for goodbyes. Come on. She pulls you into a hug, and then almost pushes you away. She pushes you out of the hug, and then you watch as her hands flick, and you realise that she is forcibly moving you through the building. And before you have the chance to repair yourself, she literally drops you at the door. She just goes...
Yep.
In this moment of, she doesn't like goodbyes.
Yeah.
This is very on brand.
If I remember, the church is like near the waterfront.
Yes, it faces the Docklands.
Awesome. Is there a bridge nearby?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to go to the bridge. I'm going to go under it. Like a 7-year-old, curl up in a ball and start crying for the next hour.
You miserable old troll.
No, I just point out, it's literally Casey's second episode.
I know.
Welcome to Winimere.
Well, we had to christen him somehow.
3 episodes in, I lost my entire family. Let's go.
yeah.
Everything's fine.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Welcome to D&D, where if you don't have emotional damage already, you will by the end of it.
Yeah, Jack,
Oh,
we
I
told
had-
you off the amount of emotional damage you cause us.
Oh, please. Okay. I'm glad Bola is not gripping
Well,
the trauma stick, okay?
something tells me that Alos already has trauma in their backstory based on the fact that thanks to
It's
their hands,
D&D,
they
who doesn't?
yeah, but thanks to their
yeah.
hands, they give the worst hand jobs known to man.
I feel so sorry for Alice's boyfriend.
Oh, God.
Like they're bony and sticky. What else could go wrong?
We
It just-
are going to, at that point, take a break.
Oh,
We are going to round it off. Sorry, you've got a quick question, have you? Go.
Very quickly, the bridge, is that like in sight of people or is that hidden enough?
It is fully in the middle of town.
Cool.
This is right at the Docklands. So, to give you an idea, this bridge is much more equivalent to Tower Bridge in London.
Awesome. I'm
So,
gonna.
this is a huge bridge, and you are in full sight of all of the dock workers.
Amazing. No, on my way over there, then I'm going to wild shape into a rat, which has like spines running down its back. Its claws are kind of gnarled and curled over, and everything looks like the most
So you're
horrified
going
rat you can imagine.
to curl up
and
into
just-
a ball as a rat and cry as a 7-year-old, but as a rat.
Yes, because that is less conspicuous than the adult crying in the bridge.
As opposed to becoming a stray dog and just
Okay, and with that, we're gonna go on break, guys.
Wow.
Lots. We're gonna take a breather. That was way fucking deeper than I was expecting this to go. Once
So
again,
you
Zach
said-
is bad at planning and foreshadowing. Someone's really gonna teach me how to foreshadow properly without being too obvious. I feel like
proper information next time's out.
yeah, I know, right? And we will see you after the break. Bye bye.
So-
And we're back.
Fuck me? No, fuck you.
And we're live. All right, guys. So we're gonna end today's session a little bit early. Sorry about that. Just some unforeseen circumstances at our end. But thankfully, we have now successfully launched our streams again. So we are gonna get ready to hop straight back into it next Tuesday. I will see you all next Tuesday.
And hopefully we'll have the Forever DM back with us as well.
Merrick.
Yes, we will have Merrick back with us, which will be very fun to have. So yeah, we will see you all soon. Quick reminder before we go that we are sponsored by Geeky Clean. I'm not going to give you the full spiel because, God, I need sleep desperately. But they're a cool company. You want to support us, there's a code. Go follow our link. Go put in the code. You get some money off. We get some money from that. Everybody's happy. Capiche?
They do a monthly Dice Bath Bomb subscription service. It's excellent.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they? What? No, I'll ask you later.
Make sure you
but
remove the dice from the bath before you sit in it like I did.
Yep, you do.
Otherwise,
not
you get a D4 in your rectum.
Yeah.
There's a D20.
Oh, is it? Oh God, is it a D20?
It was
It's
a
a whole
D20.
dice set.
It's a whole dice set, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I lost a
D20
D20 and then when I
worse to
found it
go up
later
your
on. That TikTok was a true story, by the way.
A D8 would be the worst thing to go up your ass.
Oh,
ass?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I think the
Or a
D6.
D6 if it's a sharp one.
Yeah, because it's just jagged no matter what entrance you go in.
Yeah, jacket.
To be honest, any dice below a D12 is probably a bad thing to have.
It's either that or get one of those golf ball size D100s.
Mm-hmm.
At least it can fit in a mouth. So.
Anyway.
Did you not see that TikTok?
That's
Yes,
literally
I could
him.
actually.
Yeah. Hey! Well, I suppose we know what that mouth do, though. So, sorry, Lizard. Bye, everyone.